This is my rifle. There are many others like it, but this one is mine. This is my body hole ripper. A whirl of pain. A whirl of pain. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel with some Loadout action for you all. The reason why I've got Loadout is because I just wanted to steer away from Destiny being a space shooter, and I wanted to steer away from Fallout because it's an open world apocalyptic shooter, and I wanted to play something that was just far removed from the incoming Star Wars Battlefront. And as you can see, there's a very perfect representation of myself. The only difference is that my beard is grey. But it's a fair representation. As you can see, I'm buff, man, I'm buff. I've forgotten how fun, how frenetic, and how laugh out loud funny Loadout is. It's surprising that a few of my PSN friends has not even played the game. They've not even downloaded it, much less played the game. But anyway, let's get into some action. Right, now before I go any further, if you have not played this game, right, you don't have no excuse not to play, because it's available for free to download. Loadout. It's a funny game. I know it's Borderland-esque looking, and it's borrowed a lot from other games, but trust me, you know, if you want a shooter that does not take itself seriously, and you can have a lot of fun, because, you know, it's not just about the cartoony characters, is actually the character of the characters. If you go into the character selections and the taunts and stuff like that, there are some funny ones, man, and some taunts I don't know how they got away with, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm digressing. But if you haven't played it, just give it a go, man. Give it a go. Just find a couple of mates and just give it a go, just for co-op at least. Anyway, what I really want to talk about today, as we are into midway gaming season, we are in the autumn gaming season, and the nights are drawing in, the nights are getting longer, the central heating is turned on, and we're all getting cozy with our loved ones, and it's the holiday season approaching, and it's safe to say that Star Wars Battlefront is going to be more or less the last AAA title that's going to be released for the year. So I'm going to pose these questions to you guys. What I want to know from you is what has been and what you consider to be your game of the year. Now, before anybody says anything, this is what I want to state from the get-go. I don't care what you play, as long as you're happy playing it. So, gamer hate for people playing Call of Duty when they hate Call of Duty is not really called for. That's not what I'm doing this for. So, if you consider Call of Duty Black Ops 3 your game of the year, yeah, let me know, and let me know why as well. And also, I would like to know your highlights and your lowlights of the gaming year. From my perspective, I have to say a contender for game of the year, a very high contender for game of the year, is not even a AAA title. Not even a AAA. My contender for game of the year is Rocket League, and I'm going to tell you why. Rocket League is one of those games that Psyonix had the foresight to present to the masses on a platform that we are all going to gravitate to, because we play games online. We have to have a subscription in order to do so, and PS Plus offers games on a monthly basis for free to play. Now, the difference being with Rocket League was offering, well, Psyonix with Rocket League was offering a game that hadn't been played before and had been seen in E3 and Gamescom and the like. So with games that were going to come out on PS Plus monthly subscriptions, if you like, these were games that we already know and we've already played to some degree. But with Rocket League, it hadn't been played before. And with racing games, I'm not really a serious motorhead per se, but I do like fun driving games. A game that I used to play a lot on the PS3 was Blur. a power-up racer. That was like the thinking man's Mario Kart. And also I played Mario Kart on the Wii when I used to power up the Wii. But there was yet to be a driving game that, you know, grabbed my attention. Beach Buggy Racing was like the latest one on the PS4. But this game, Rocket League, had an interesting take on soccer. So it was interesting to watch. But then after it came out, it was one of the games that, how many people played it? I'm sure it was like around 4 million, 5 million basically played it. I'm not sure, don't quote me on the figures, but it was in the millions for sure. And it was a game that a lot of people gravitated to. And, you know, the DLC that came alongside with it, you know, was decently priced. You know, had nothing to do with the progression of the game in terms of power. It was just cosmetic, and I totally support microtransactions that are cosmetically based, aesthetically based. And with that game, as a pick up and play game, I found it fun to play. I still find it fun to play alongside games like this, Loadout, which, you know, sometimes you can get blinded by AAA titles and, you know, jaded by AAA titles at the same time and forget that you have games like this ready to play. I know with Warcraft, that kind of jaded me, even though it looked really AAA-esque and serious and all that, but there was just something about the game that I just couldn't hold on to. But that's one of the contenders for me. One of the highlights for me hasn't even arrived yet. The highlight for me for this year is going to be playing the Uncharted 4 beta. That's going to be my highlight of the year, without a doubt. My low light, it's hard to say. I can't say I've really had much low lights. I mean, there was times when a certain squad, which shall remain nameless, was fucking up Sony for a little while. But now with the attacks that's been going on in Paris, they're gonna be thinking fucking twice before they do that shit again. But I think that was a minor low light for me. It's hard to say really what was a damn shame in the gaming year. Yeah, that's more or less been it for me, I have to say. Yeah, so my contender for Game of the Year, I haven't actually proclaimed my personal Game of the Year, but I think a game that deserves consideration for Game of the Year, if not independent Game of the Year, it's gotta be Rocket League. Has to be Rocket League. It's a success story all of its own. And my highlight is gonna be playing the Uncharted 4 multiplayer, man. Absolute monte, as they say in Paris. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Low light, yeah, that shithole squad messing up Sony for a little while, but you know, that's now minor. So you tell me, you guys tell me, what has been your highlights? What has been your low lights? What in effect is your Game of the Year? Doesn't have to be a AAA, it could be anything that you regard as your personal Game of the Year. And more importantly, tell us why. Because there are some people that might not even give the game that you deem as Game of the Year any attention. But something that you say, something that you may allude to that might give people the incentive just to give it a try, even wait for the price to drop on the game, I guess, and then play it, and then they be converted to it. That's the whole reasoning behind the poll, as it were. You know, because I do believe no matter what game you like, you know, gaming will win. Gaming wins. You know, whether you play games on PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't understand why people continue, you know, to spew bile of hate over people that, you know, play on certain consoles and plays the same games on the console that they may play on PC, and because the graphics is better, that classes them as the master fucking race. It's bullshit. It's fuckery. It's foolishness. You know what I mean? You're still paying money towards these developers. It's developers that are making the freaking games. You know what I mean? The same games, and they're the ones that's making the freaking money, and we're all enjoying it in our own specific, particular, individual, relative ways. So I don't see an issue, and there shouldn't be an issue, but you know, where there is prejudice, there will be prejudice, whether from a humanitarian level or whether from a gaming level. That won't cease to exist, I guess. But yeah, I'm just basically just trying to stay away from the Star Wars Battlefront blitz at the minute. One more day to go. Hopefully I should be getting it tomorrow morning with Season Pass, and just can't wait to get involved with the other modes that I have not been able to play on the beta. So it's with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu for now, and you know the coup, as always. Whatever the game, whatever the format, whatever the genre, whatever the platform, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, keep watching, because I will be achieving a milestone in this match that I've never done before. So it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. Stay blessed. Magan.